You know how most games these days are about saving the world, slaying monsters, or surviving zombie apocalypses? Well, forget all that. This game is so chill that even the loading screen feels like meditation. Developed by Noodles Games World and released in early access on August 7th, this little gem is available on Nintendo, Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. So basically, if you have a screen and two thumbs, you can garden. It's a game where you plant, prune, sweep, and sometimes just exist. Which honestly sounds a lot like my actual weekends, minus the mosquitoes. But don't let the cozy vibes fool you. This game might look harmless, but it's hiding a sneaky kind of satisfaction that can eat entire evenings of your life. So, what's the big story here? Well, Cozy Gardener Simulator doesn't really care about drama. There are no evil corporations poisoning your soil, no rival gardeners trying to sabotage your begonias. Instead, it's about being a good neighbor, planting some flowers, and making your sleepy little town bloom again. The premise is simple. You're a gardener who takes care of plants, helps the townsfolk with small missions, and generally tries to bring a bit of beauty to your surroundings. Think Stardew Valley's relaxation, but without the farming spreadsheet or the temptation to marry the entire town. The world is small, like one of those miniature Zen gardens, but it's got a lovely atmosphere. The people you meet have names that sound straight out of Italy, even though everything looks like Japanese countryside. It's a mix that weirdly works, like putting pesto on sushi. There's no grand narrative here, no prophecy, no chosen one. It's just you, your watering can, and a town that needs some TLC. And honestly, that's the charm. You're not here to win, you're here to exist, and maybe grow a few digital tulips while you're at it. The core gameplay loop is as straightforward as it gets. You get a mission, you complete it, you get another. Plant some carrots here, sweep up leaves there, maybe fix a public bench if you're feeling extra heroic. It's very much a follow the checklist kind of experience, but that's not a bad thing. The difficulty curve is linear, so you can jump in, play for a while, and actually feel like you accomplished something. Even if that something is arranging rocks in a circle because the mayor said it would improve village harmony. Controls-wise, though, we need to talk. The joystick is about as precise as gardening with oven mitts. It's not terrible, but sometimes your character just decides they'd rather walk into a bush than around it. Hopefully, the devs polish that up soon, because everything else about the game feels so smooth that this little hiccup sticks out. The missions are small and cozy, but after a few hours, you start wishing for more freedom. The town's layout is cute but a bit cramped, and exploration is limited. You can't really go wild and design your own garden from scratch yet, which feels like a missed opportunity. Still, the developer has said more missions and autonomy are coming, so I'm keeping my watering can ready. What really stands out though is the atmosphere. The visuals are soft, the animations are calming, and the sound design makes you want to curl up with a cup of tea. It's one of those games that makes time melt away. Now, let's get a bit nerdy for a second. Technically, Cozy Gardener Simulator runs surprisingly well for an early access title. The performance is balanced, nothing groundbreaking, but also nothing that makes you want to rage quit. Frame rates stay stable, and I didn't encounter any major bugs beyond the occasional clipping when you get too close to a flower bed. There aren't any fancy physics simulations or advanced AI systems here, but that's fine. The game doesn't need them. Its simplicity is its strength. The base design structure feels solid, which is a good sign for future updates. The visuals are what instantly sold me on this game. Cozy Gardener Simulator uses a soft, low-poly art style that perfectly matches its relaxed tone. It's not realistic, and that's the point. Everything feels slightly rounded and simplified, like a warm memory of a place you've never been. The UI is also excellent, clean, readable, and easy to navigate. You never feel lost in menus or overloaded with information. It's just you, your tools, and your next cozy task. Honestly, if you told me this game was designed by the same people who do meditation apps, I'd believe it. My girlfriend actually played it for a few hours and now insists we get real houseplants. So, thanks, Cozy Gardener Simulator, for adding one more responsibility to my life. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you into cozy sims, or do you secretly crave chaos like a plant craves sunlight? Thanks for watching.